Welcome to another video on my Arduino Yun with electronics and fischertechnik motors. Last time I changed my code in such a way that now I can I should be able to see two different LEDs function for sensor value 2 and sensor value 1. I ended with that last time, so now the question is, does it indeed still work? Do they both work? Both motors? Last time that was quite uncertain, but let's just see whatever happens. It's powered up, and as usual I have to log in to see any result going. It was all not available because I haven't given input yet. Doing so now, and well, you see this LED already going. I'm pressing this switch, but I rather have to turn up. Oops, I have to keep giving input. And well, so far nothing happens with the green LED, so I have to keep in mind that I give input, and so far it doesn't really look like it. I give a minimal resistance to this motor, and yes, it's blowing the right way. That one as well, blowing the right way towards this NTC, and this NTC should give a nice value, but it's scrolling along fast, so I can't really see it unless I break it. But once again, giving a lot of input, well, turning the potmeter to the left, to the right I mean, does indeed make it stop. But then again, the right motor varies in speed as well. So not quite sure how things coordinate right now. Let me turn up the left potmeter again. Right. There it goes again. Anyway, and this LED is blinking fast, which is alright. So things work except for that, except for this small LED. So maybe I should replace it. Another thing I want to do is to replace this switch by this very small one. I have to rewire, and then it should be alright. That is next step. Oh, and replacing this one, this LED. Alright, first thing is to replace this switch. Let me get this motor out of the way. This switch has 3 connectors, which I'm going to remove now. And this switch has only 2 pins. So what I need to do is make sure that the wiring goes fine. I'm going to remove this one, used for the ground measurement. Now I won't be needing all these connectors anymore, so those go. And this signal has to go in a place between this wire that goes to one side of the switch and the mass. And I want to keep this LED in place, so but I also want to put this switch in. So what I am going to do is making sure that this wire of the resistor is going a lot closer. Then this LED is going to be a lot in this direction. Then this wire is going to be here. And the question is, how will this go? But this wire can go, because this was to the switch, but this switch already has some wiring, so I'm putting this just straight in, and then this power goes in here. So now this should be working, if I'm correct. Yes. Functions absolutely fine. Just a mild press and there it goes. So this leaves me with one wire I can use. Of course I can replace this wire by a jump wire, a small one, but the question is it small enough? Is this one small enough? By the looks of it, it just could be, yes. So then this wire goes out, this wire goes out, oops, this is a bit unfortunate with the distance, but it is seated. So this saves 2 long wires I can use, and it still works. So let me now turn up the volume, let me give some input, this one goes, and now I should be able to press it. There's no input anymore. A lot of input. See, and then it goes again. I press, it stands still. I have to press it. And for some reason it doesn't stand still. It should stand still, it just did, but on the other hand it doesn't. I have to look into that. But anyway, that's the replacement of the switch. Now for a replacement or a check on the LED here. Next thing is to check on this LED, for which I have available right now this one. So let's try to get the old one out, see if it indeed is a broken LED. So, oops, out of the way for a moment. Now, if everything is alright, this one should work. If not, I'm doing something wrong somewhere. So, let's give it input. And alright, this one goes out and on, off and on. Is this one doing the same? No, it clearly is not. So I have, unfortunately, to check for the output of this wire. And that wire is right here. What does it do? Is it even connected correctly? That's another very good question. And in order to check that, in comes some measurement. Which I didn't prepare, so I have to actually set up a multimeter, and to get it clearly on the camera I will use the analog multimeter again. And if you have seen my videos before, then you know it has a needle which is easy to watch. So this is the multimeter, and here's the pin again with the clamp for the mouse. And now the question is where to measure. Well, easiest is right here, and it doesn't measure anything at all. So let me show you a little bit so you can see it correctly. It doesn't show anything at all. Now I turn the pot meter, and then I notice there is no input at all. So I give it input, measuring again, turn the pot meter up, it still doesn't show anything. Well, if it doesn't show here anything, there will be nothing here either. So the question is, what's going on? Unfortunately, I cannot measure frequencies, and let's go here again. Yeah, that works. So this is which pin again? 9. No, I have to measure another pin. No, it is pin 9. And if we look into the code, where is pin 9? Pin 9 gives 512. So I have to be able to measure frequency, which I can't do with this multimeter. So in comes a digital one for frequency measuring. So with the voltage measurement being 0, what is the frequency measurement? So maximum measurement now 20 kilohertz. And what is the point to measure? Well, for now, right here. And it says about 120 kilohertz. No, 120 hertz. Should I change this? Should I change the port? Well, 8 is still available. So let me change 9 into 8. Do I have to change something? Yes. 8 isn't there, but is 8 available? That's a very good question, because not everything is available as PWM. So I will assume that 8 is not available as PWM. What is available then? 13. 13 is available. 10 is available as well. So then I will guess I change from 9 to 10 just to see whatever happens. Copy, paste, command out. This one changes to 10, and here basically the same. Copy, paste, command out. 10, that's one thing. And now this one, this wire has to be changed into this port, which is actually 10. But I still have to upload. So there we go. Yep. Uploading. And yes, everything comes to a standstill because of the upload. And that's it. So now starting again. There we go. Now the most important thing right now is well, let's just give it input and have a measurement. This is 90 Hertz, 100 Hertz, something about. But what does the voltage measurement say? So change of multimeter. Not that I can't do it with this one, but I think this one is nicer in terms of visuality. So once again, let's measure something, and it is still absolutely nothing. Did I use 10 before? Possibly. So what to do next? Well, there is still one present, being 13. So then, and 13 is this one. So let me use that one. Oh wait, I use 10 here as well for now. Ouch, using 10 at 2 places. Oh, that's not very clever. Really? So this one, yeah, that's a problem with the coder now. I use 10 in 4 places, and 10 is not even activated. I have 10 for 512 here, and I have 10 for 0 here. And 4 is also connected. I think I have to review my code. Oops. And while looking at code, I realized that I actually was using 10 here, which didn't do anything, starting to use 4, which does work. So what about everything? If I comment out 10 here, it will work, but then I have a problem right here, because 10 is out of use because it apparently doesn't work. So what does work? Going all the way here, I have 13 left. Will 13 have exactly the same properties? I don't know. But what I will do is change the wire from 10 to 13, and let me take alright, 10, yeah, that one out, 10 to 13, no, that's 12, this is 13, that obviously works, obviously. Did I code pin 13 already? Good question. Where is 13 in the code except for initialization? Nowhere. Nowhere in particular. So now it is burning very, very brightly. So let me say this is becoming 10 and this is becoming 13 and 13. So upload. And adjusting the camera again. Alright, that's correct. Now logging in. Well, there you go. Well, that's a nice effect. Something different than I expected, but it isn't. Ooh, and there goes a pop meter. And there is now working in the other LED anymore. In this one it clearly is. However, I need some voltage so it runs. Yes. Pressing the switch. Does that work somehow? Well, not exactly the way I like it. But something does work. Alright. And I'm still surprised how, despite the code that I have written, also the right side pot meter is influencing the left side LED. So things tend to work, not quite as I understand it somehow. Another thing is that when looking here, well, pin 10 is ruled out now, pin 9 is ruled out, so why is it ruled out anyway? There's a frequency but no voltage apparently, and that bothers me a great deal actually. Yeah, what to do with it? Alright, last part of this video. With the analog multimeter still in place, let me show you what it actually does. Well, it's not much, but it is actually, as long as the probe is in place and there is input, then it shows some 1.5 volt, and I'm okay with that. Well, it blinks a lot, and the analog multimeter is slow. So that means that, and there it goes again. So yeah, there is a nice effect, because it first went, the needle went first straight to 2 and then a little bit less, and here you see it again, it wiggles a little bit, and it signifies that it is actually going to do this because of the way this LED goes. And if you would have the digital multimeter, then you would see the digit going and well, not a stable reading. And now you again see it go to 2 and then down a little. So that's because of the well, let's say reaction speed of the multimeter, as I said. That said, let me go right here. Using again input, this LED is connected to 2 to 4, the bright one, this one, and that obviously gives with the same value a different behavior. Then turning this potmeter on shows a quick fast blinking of this LED. Or should be anyway. Oh, right. And everything is dependent on the input from the keyboard of the laptop. So that works. This works. This one works. So if I go there, this one works, this one works, this one works, this one. The motors work. This replacement button works as well. Oh, and by the way, right now the multimeter is even showing almost 5 volts, 4 volts something. And now I go with this again, so not quite sure how those differences are explained, but anyway. Yeah, as I said, this is working as well. What's next? I don't know. More experimenting, of course. And something else, and that's the last thing, is that when there's no output or no input on the keyboard, this motor slows down. Now it speeds up, and with input it slows down. So that's also quite remarkable. Controlled. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. Also follow me on Instagram. Please donate to keep videos coming your way. For more information on donating, please see my website. And on my website, more information on other projects and lots of pictures. And is obviously going to be continued. Bye bye.